Hi guys, so what do you do when a client sends you an incomplete or an incorrect measurement? Or have you ever taken a client's measurement and you forgot to take some important measurement like the shoulder or the bust span? What do you do? Do you panic or you just go straight to work? Well, if you have experienced any of these, then this tutorial is for you. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to calculate your shoulder measurement, your armhole depth, your bust span, and lots more using some formulas that are accurate and have been working for me for a long time now. So if you are interested, please keep watching. And if this is your first time on the channel, you are welcome to this channel. Please subscribe if you are yet to, and also don't forget to like this video. This helps you to recommend this video to other viewers that might need the simple calculations and formula. So now we are going to go into today's tutorial proper. So I'm going to be drafting on this pattern paper while I'll be doing the rough calculation on this other paper you see here. So I'm going to go ahead to be starting with the first measurement, which is going to be how to calculate your shoulder measurement. So for the shoulder measurement, the formula to use is your bust divided by 6 plus 1.5 inch. So the bust I'm working with is 36 divided by 6 plus 1.5 inch, which is equals to 6 plus 1.5 inch. When you add this up together, you're going to be having 7.5 inch. So this 7.5 inch will be serving as the shoulder measurement, and the 7.5 inch we have here is half of the shoulder measurement. So I'll go ahead to place it on my pattern paper like this. Remember, when drafting on your pattern paper, you are drafting on fold, so you'll be marking half of the shoulder measurement on this point like so, after which you come down by 1 inch for your shoulder slope. Next, you're going to go over to the next calculation, which is how to calculate the armhole depth for a basic bodice. And in doing that, the formula we're going to be using is the shoulder divided by 2 plus 0.5. So whatever you have on your shoulder, you're going to go ahead to divide it by 2. So remember, this shoulder measurement we have here is half of the shoulder measurement. So when you multiply this 7.5 by 2, you're going to be having 15 inch as the full shoulder measurement. Since the formula for the armhole depth is shoulder divided by 2 plus 0.5 inch, we're going to be making use of the 7.5 we have at this point. So I'm going to go ahead to calculate the 7.5 plus 0.5, which is going to give me 8 inch. So I'm going to be using 8 inch as the armhole depth. So whatever shoulder measurements you get, you're going to be dividing it by 2, then you add 0.5 inch to get your armhole depth. And I'll go ahead to insert the armhole depth starting from the shoulder slope. I'll mark the 8 inch. After marking it, I'll go ahead to connect the point together with my ruler like you see me doing in the video. So this is going to be the armhole depth. Next, we're going to move over to the next measurement, which is going to be how to calculate the bust point. The bust point is the distance from the shoulder to the highest level of the bust. And to calculate the bust point, the formula to use is the bust divided by 4 plus 1.5 inch. So the bust I'm working with is 36 divided by 4 plus 1.5 inch is equals to 9 plus 1.5 inch, which is going to give me 10.5 inch. So this 10.5 inch is going to be serving as the bust point measurement for whatever dress I'm going to be making. So I'm going to go ahead to insert this 10.5 inch on my pattern paper now. So you're going to go ahead to place your tape like so, starting from the top, which is the shoulder. Then you go ahead to measure 10.5 inch starting from the shoulder line like so and mark. I'll go ahead to repeat the same thing on this other side. Then I'll draw a straight horizontal line with my ruler like so. So this line I'm drawing at this point is going to be the shoulder to bust point line, which is the highest level of the bust. Once you're done doing this, we're going to move over to the next measurement, which is the shoulder to the underbust measurement. And in doing that, the formula you're going to be using is your bust point plus 3 or 4 inch. So my bust point is 10.5 inch. I'm going to go ahead to add 3 inch to it, which is going to give me 13.5 inch. So if you're making a dress for a plus size, you go ahead to use 3.5 inch or 4 inch. But if it is for a small size, like for bust 32 to 38, you can use the shoulder to the underbust distance to be 3 inch. Then you go ahead to add it to your bust point measurement. Whatever you get, you're going to go ahead to use that as the distance between the shoulder to the underbust. So I'm going to go ahead now to insert that measurement on this other pattern paper I'm using to draft the basic bodies. So I'll go ahead to place my tape from my shoulder line again. Then I'll mark the 13.5, which is the distance from the shoulder to the underbust. Once we're done doing this, The next measurement you are going to go ahead to take now is the shoulder to half length measurement. And the formula for calculating the shoulder to the half length measurement is the shoulder to the underbust plus 3 inch or 4 inch, depending on the height of your client. So I'm going to go ahead to insert the measurements on this other paper, after which I'll go ahead to draw a straight horizontal line like you see me doing in the video. So once I'm done inserting it, you're going to move over to the next one, which is going to be the bust span measurement. The bust span is the distance from one nipple to the other. It is also called the nipple to nipple measurement. And to get this measurement, the formula you're going to be using is your bust divided by 4 minus 1.5 inch. My bust divided by 4 is 9 minus 1.5 inch. So when you minus, you're going to be left, you're going to be having 7.5. So this 7.5 we have here is the distance from one nipple to the other nipple. I'm going to go ahead to show you how to insert this bust span. So this 7.5 we have here is the full bust span measurement. That is the full distance from one of the nipple to the other. So because we are drafting our pattern on fold, we are going to go ahead to divide this 7.5 by 2. So when you do that, you're going to be having 3.75 because you are cutting your fabric on fold. So I'm going to go ahead to insert the 3.75 on this other pattern paper now. I'm starting from the center of the paper. I'm going to go ahead to insert the 3.75 on the bust point line, on the underbust line, and also on the half length line, after which I'll go ahead to draw a straight line. Once we're done doing this, so move over to the next one, which is the cup size. The cup size is very important. It's needed when you're making a bustier or a corset, because this is going to determine the amount of that you'll be taking from your underbust and the half length. That is the amount of that you'll be taking to contour your bustier or your corset. So to calculate the bust cup, the formula you'll be using is your bust circumference minus your underbust circumference divided by 2. So the bust measurement I'm working with is 36 and my underbust is 31 divided by 2. When you minus it, you're going to be having 5 divided by 2, which is 2.5. Cup size for bust 36 is going to be 2.5 inch. So I'm going to go ahead to insert it now. So it depends on how you make your bustier. Some people insert the 2.5 inch on one side, while some divide it, they'll insert one on the center panel and the remaining one on the side panel. For me, what I do is I insert 0.5 inch on the center panel, then the remaining 2 inch is going to go over to the side panel. So I'm going to go ahead to insert it like you see me doing in the video. So once I'm done doing it, I'll go ahead to draw a straight line from the underbust to the half length using my ruler like you see me doing in the video. So once you're done connecting the points together, you're going to be coming down by 1 inch from the bust point line. Then you go ahead to draw the curve like you see me doing in the video. This is basically used when you're making a bustier dress. So if you don't know how to make a bustier dress, I have a little tutorial on how to make a princess dart bustier. I'll be dropping the link for you in the description box for you to go and check it out. So now we're going to go ahead to move over to the next measurement, which is the sleeve cap's height. The sleeve cap's height is the distance from the shoulder to the tip of the underarm, and it is needed when you are making your sleeve. It helps to determine where to insert the armhole depth for the sleeve you are making. And the formula for the sleeve cap's height is the bust divided by 12 plus 1 inch. So my bust divided by 12 plus 1 inch is 4 inch. So when drafting a sleeve for my bust size, which is 36, the sleeve cap's height to use is going to be 4 inch. So when drafting your sleeve, you fold your fabric into 2. This part is going to be the folded part. So you go ahead to insert your sleeve cap's height from the tip down to this point like so. Then on this part where the sleeve cap's height stop will be where you will be inserting your armhole depth. I'm going to go ahead to place my armhole depth at this point like so. Then you go ahead to draw the sleeve curve like you see me doing in the video. So the sleeve cap height is very important when making your sleeve because it helps determine where to insert the armhole depth for the sleeve you're making. I also have a detailed tutorial on how to draft a basic long and short sleeve. I'll be dropping the link for you in the description box for you to go and check it out also. So this is that for the sleeve. So now we're going to go ahead to move over to the next one, but before then I'm going to go ahead to quickly complete this bustier I was drafting on this rough paper. So there are different types of bustier. We have the shoulder dart bustier and the armhole princess dart bustier. So I'm going to go ahead to use the armhole dart bustier to finish up this bustier. The first I'm going to go ahead to do now is to come down by 3 inch or 3.5 inch from my armhole slope point and mark. After marking it, I'm going to go ahead to take out a dart of 1.5 inch from this point I just marked. So I'll place my tape rule like so and mark the 1.5 inch. Once I'm done doing that, I'm going to go ahead to connect the 2 points together to my bust point line using a straight line like you see me doing in the video. So this is for the armhole dart. So once you're done taking out the armhole dart, the next you're going to go ahead to do now is to replace the dart you just took. So you're going to go ahead to place your tape rule this way and replace whatever dart you took. So I'm marking the 1.5 inch I took out as my dart at this point like so. Once I'm done doing that, I'll go ahead to draw a straight line like you see me doing in the video. So once you're done doing this, next thing I'm going to go ahead to do is to insert your bust divided by 4. Then you measure whatever you have on the dart area and replace it on the side. On the waist area, you mark your waist divided by 4 plus this dart intake. You replace it on the side. Then you go ahead to connect the 2 points together with a straight line like so. Once you're done connecting it, you go ahead to draw the armhole for the bustier you are making. So basically, this is what a princess dart bustier is going to look like. So now we're going to go ahead to continue with our formulas and calculation. So now we're going to go ahead to move over to the off shoulder part. So I'm just going to go ahead to make a rough sketch of what an off shoulder look like. So I'm not really good at drawing, so you just go ahead to manage this my drawing I did at this point. So this is what an off shoulder dress is going to look like. An off shoulder dress is a dress without a shoulder. So the first measurement we're going to go ahead to learn how to calculate is the neck width of an off shoulder dress. So this formula is going to help you to achieve a neck width that will not fall off when the off shoulder dress is being worn. So the formula to use is your bust span divided by 2 plus 1 or 1.5 inch. That is your nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2 plus 1 or 1.5 inch. This is the formula you'll be using when you're drafting for the neck width of an off shoulder dress. So the bust span measurement I'm working with is 7.75. So I'm going to go ahead to divide the 7.75 by 2. So 7.75 divided by 2 is 3.75 plus 1.5 inch. When you add this together, you'll be having 5.25. So the neck width for the off shoulder dress you'll be making is going to be 5.25. So remember, you're cutting your off shoulder on fold. The neck width you're going to be inserting is 5.25. After which you go ahead to draw your armhole line. So now we're going to go ahead to move over to the next one, which is the off shoulder sleeve. The formula to use for this is your round shoulder measurement minus your neck width divided by 4. So my round shoulder measurement is 40 inch. You're going to go ahead to measure whatever you have on the neck area of the off shoulder dress. That is for the front and the back, whatever you have. So I'll be assuming that I have 20 inch for that. Then I'm going to go ahead to divide it by 4. So 40 minus 20 is going to give me 20 divided by 4, which is going to be 5 inch. So you're going to be using 5 inch for the cap's height of the off shoulder sleeve you're going to be making. So this is what the off shoulder sleeve looks like. So when you're drafting your off shoulder sleeve, this is what it should look like. This part here is going to be 5 inch. When you multiply this by 4, you're going to be having 20. That is 10 for one sleeve and the remaining 10 for the other sleeve. So basically this is all for the off shoulder sleeve. So all you'll be doing is to divide your round shoulder measurement minus the neck width on the dress you've already made. So whatever you get, you divide it by 4. You'll be using that to draft your off shoulder sleeve. So now we're going to go ahead to move over to the next one, which is how to calculate the crotch for a trouser. So the crotch measurement is a very important measurement needed when making a trouser. So this is what a basic trouser look like, and this part here is called the crotch. The distance from the waist to this cuff part is called the crotch depth, and it is important to get it right when making a trouser. So the formula to use when calculating the crotch is the hip divided by 4. That is if you are making a trouser for a female. So my hip is 38 divided by 4 is 9.5 inch. So if you're making for a male, the formula to use for a male is the hip divided by 4 plus 1 inch. So when you divide my hip by 4 plus 1 inch, you're going to be having 10.5 inch. So this is what you'll be using when making a trouser for a male. So basically this is all for today's tutorial. In my next tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to calculate different types of flea. So if this video was helpful to you, please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button if you are yet to, and also please like this video. This helps you to recommend this video to other people that might need these formulas and calculation. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next tutorial.